to Blacksburg, Virginia this afternoon at the Terrorville, where the Virginia Tech Hokies will touch that Hokie stone and get ready for another season in Lane Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hokies will put total leather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, Dave. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Drones. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. On the ground, it's Tootin. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. And oftentimes you're re-recruiting your own players. You're trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else and get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Gets it out fast. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. Third and goal. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Using his legs to buy some time. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they can go for it on fourth down, especially during these situations.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up. It goes forward this time on second down from the 18. He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You talk about frustrating for a defense. You think you got them stuck, you got them backed up, third and long, and they run the ball for a first down. Oh, it makes you so mad.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You can tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for once.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking for a man, it's Ward. Skips away from pressure. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking for a block. It's Lane. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball fast. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. The Canes moving quickly to the line.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Ward. He turns that loose down the right side. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, gigantic implications in this top 15 battle today, and check out what's going down. Michigan is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social, and their recruits are definitely taking notice. They're trailing by 21 to Oregon. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you've got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
He makes the connection. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw. It's Drones. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wiggles free. Quarterback moving. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. 3rd and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires on the move. Complete downfield.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives, because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this 1st down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down if I get...
Looking for a deep man. Pulls it in on the right. He's off to the races. The 10. Touchdown, Canes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Buys a little time with his feet. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Give to the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Timeout, Miami.
The Hokies will line up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love it. I love first down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
He's going to run it. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh...
Deep shot for the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quick pass on the fly motion. Looking for room at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, Terry.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And off from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
From the gun, running back on the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He lofts one down the sideline. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up and he plucked it.
Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the route is on. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Pitt is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. They've got to be loving this in the Steel City. They're up by 35 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Well, jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. They'll go to the counter. Plows through the defense. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Let's go! Dropping back, it's Drones. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Hokies send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Trying play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. He's going to fire deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bob.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking to pass. It's Drones. Now improvising. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose down the left side. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He tries to take the top off. Fires into traffic, intercepted. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the results of the play, will decline the penalty. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. He's got it down the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dumps it to the back. Got the quick pass. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna run it. It's Tootin. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
Brings up 3rd down.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Get set, get set.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2.
Now, a 4th down.
Ready, break.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st.
Check, check. Low. Alert, alert.
Running for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They're getting this guy lathered up. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Running toward the tape. Running inside the 20. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the guard category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Fresno State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Drones. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going. It never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Back to pass. It's Drones. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.